Where has Greg Gutfeld been the last few weeks? Well, the Gateway Pundit has the answer. We're covering this story and so much more here on the Gateway Pundit's Week in Review. My name is Elijah Schaffer, and this is the Gateway Pundit's Week in Review, where we cover the top 5 stories of the last 24 hours. Cheers to everyone a part of our Gateway Pundit Mug Club. Make sure you support us at thegatewaypundit.com. Well, our top story is about Fox News host Greg Gutfeld. You guys love him. I love him. The entire world is laughing at the late night show, not just because he's a comedy genius, but also because he's smearing all of the other hosts with amazing numbers, just laughing in their faces. His ratings are through the roof, and suddenly he disappeared. Where did he go? Well, the mystery is solved. We now know why Greg Gutfeld has been missing from Fox News for 3 weeks. Mike LeChance reports. Now, if you're a fan of The Five or Gutfeld on Fox News, you may have been wondering what happened to Greg Gutfeld. He hasn't been seen on either show for almost 3 solid weeks, and we know that Fox News is quick to give the axe sometimes, like with Tucker, despite being at the top of their career. Did he poke the bear, as they say, or upset the beehive? Well, let's see. On social media sites like Twitter and X, Gutfeld fans have been asking what's going on because his absence has been longer than a typical vacation, and it's not like he was suspended or anything. People were starting to get nervous. Well, today on The Five, his co-host Dana Perino spilled the beans, and now we know where Greg has been. She read a statement from Gutfeld on air. Listen, guys, drum roll, hold your breath. We got some big news to drop. It is with great joy that my wife, Ilana, and I have welcomed a baby girl into the world. Mira is healthy with a real set of lungs. She has Ilana's beautiful eyes and my rock-hard abs. We are hard at work, teaching her 3 languages and putting her through rigorous workout routines. She is already very observant and has asked if Jesse wears a toupee. We've all been wondering that. Does Jesse Waters wear a toupee? Do I wear a toupee? Maybe. I told her that he definitely wears a wig. As you can understand, we value our privacy and we thank everyone for the good wishes. And now I have to go stop Gus from licking her face. Now listen to this. We got the video clip here. I'll play it in just a second. But, Greg is a dad. And that's absolutely amazing. Here she was on Fox News giving the update. We're so proud of Greg and his whole family. It's good. Make children. Listen.
For a lot of you, you might have noticed that our friend Greg Gutfeld hasn't been here for a couple of weeks, and it's with a good reason. This is a statement that he sent me today. So I'm reading this as if I am Greg. It is with great joy that my wife, Elena, and I have welcomed a baby girl into the world. Mira is healthy with a real set of lungs. She has Elena's beautiful eyes and my rock-hard abs. We are hard at work teaching her 3 languages and putting her through rigorous workout routine. She's already very observant and has asked if Jesse wears the toupee. I told her that he definitely wears a wig. As you can understand, we value our privacy and we thank everyone for the good wishes. And now I have to go stop Gus from licking her face. Congratulations, Greg, Elena, and Mira. Welcome to the world. We are excited for you and enjoy this time together. We miss you, but we are there in spirit. That's not changing diapers.
Some of us miss you.
Yeah, a little bit.
Others are enjoying the time without you. Take as long as you want.
Paternity leave is great.
It's important that you connect with the baby.
Yeah, connect.
Yeah.
Keep
Connect
connecting.
with Myra.
All the way into the new year, Greg.
And we're happy for
Wow. It's kind of crazy, too, when you look at this. It's like, he's a father, and people always assume the worst. It shows you how sneaky these networks are. The fact that they continually have to remind us, well, look, I may have been gone for 3 weeks, but I didn't just axe you at the height of your career. We're very happy for him and his family. We have more stories, but before we dive in, I want to tell you that we've teamed up with Gundry MD to uncover a pantry staple that's more than just cooking ingredients. Now, obviously, I'm not talking about anything crazy. I'm talking about olive oil. You might be asking yourself, really? One of the healthiest foods on earth? What does it have to do with my health beyond cooking? Well, Dr. Stephen Gundry, a leading cardiothoracic surgeon and nutrition guru, advocates for olive oil, not just for your kitchen, but for your beauty and your health regimen too. Are you serious? Well, yeah, you better bet yourself I'm serious. He suggests using high-quality olive oil every day, whether you're taking a shot or keeping it in your medicine cabinet. But here's the twist. Not all olive oils are equal. You know that some of them, the brands out there, they're not actually good for you. They're like compound oils, and they're not true olive oil. Well, Dr. Gundry now researches extensively, and his findings have gone viral. He's here to guide you through the maze of olive oil choices, but you got to watch his eye-opening video now at getolive1.com/pundit. That's GETOLIVE, the number 1.com/PUNDIT, or find the link in our description. Guys, once you've seen this, Shopping for olive oil will never be the same. It'll blow your mind. Figure out how to get the right olive oil and help your health every day at getoliveone.com/pundit. Check it out. Now, that being said, just in, Fulton County Superior Court finds Fani Willis in default. Ladies and gentlemen, we've knocked it out of the park. The crooks are getting swindled themselves. Look at her. You don't know what's going on here, Fani. I like the fact that she's literally named after an ass. Imagine if her name was, it's like if her name was Fani and she married a man named Dick. Very unfortunate combination of names. And that's not even being, raunchy there. I mean, her name's Fani. It's crazy. The Fulton County Superior Court found District Attorney Fani Willis in default for refusing to hand over documents in an open records lawsuit. Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis refused to answer a public records lawsuit seeking records of her communications with Special Counsel Jack Smith. Earlier this year, conservative watchdog group Judicial Watch asked the Superior Court of Fulton County, Georgia, to declare a default judgment against Fani Willis after she refused to respond to its lawsuit related to communication she had with Jack Smith and the sham January 6th committee. Last year, House Judiciary Chairman Jim Jordan launched an investigation into whether Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis coordinated with federal officials during her years-long probe into the Trump and associates. Now, the chairman, Jordan, in his letter to Fani Willis, requested all of the documents and communications between or among the Fulton County District Attorney's Office and DOJ and its components, including but not limited to the Office of Special Counsel Jack Smith, referring or relating to your office's investigation of President Donald Trump or any other 18 individuals against whom charges were brought in the indictment. Now, in referring to Jim Jordan's letter to Fani Willis, Judicial Watch filed a Georgia Open Records Act request seeking records of her communications with Jack Smith. She failed to respond to the lawsuit, and the court found Fani Willis in default. Judicial Watch made a statement on this. You can read more of that at thegatewaypundit.com. Now, additionally, we're understanding that Fani Willis, these people are crooked, man. Her, Alvin Bragg. What was the other guy too? That was the creepy guy that would hit on women at the gym. The white guy. I don't remember. Yeah, I'm blanking on it too. But the point is look, we're back in a position where we're in power, which means that the bad people are afraid. Why? Because they knew that they were crooked. They didn't, expect the turnout for Trump to be what it was. Now, I want to say this. I've told people from the beginning, before anyone doubts and says, Elijah, didn't you say that Trump might not win? No, I said they're going to rig it. And if you look at the actual mail-in votes on the night of the election, they did rig the election through the mail-in voting. I said, if we didn't turn out in large numbers, if we did not turn out in a high enough turnout, that we would lose. And if you look at the numbers from some of the key swing states, you have to check out the charts, just like we saw in 2020 with a vertical jump, right? In the middle of the night for Joe Biden, where he overtook Trump. We saw that with Kamala, but overall, so many people turned out for Trump. There's no way that they can turn it away. And before you go into the question of whether, Trump rigged it, they keep saying, well, we're not questioning whether Trump rigged it. See, you guys questioned 2020. We're not questioning this. The reason why they're not questioning it is because if they did and investigations happened, we'd actually find out that they rigged it and that they didn't rig it enough. Also, it's clear that Americans want Trump as president. Like, I don't even see the backlash that we saw in 2016. Like, people seem to be pretty okay. I think the economy is so bad and individual liberties have been trampled on to such an extent that people are saying, look, I just don't want my kid to think he's a cat anymore, right? I want to be able to buy eggs and groceries. I'm sick and tired of this. As they say, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, and that's just me. Now, that being said, just in, lawsuit and accusations of rape against Newsmax host Ed Henry unravel after so-called victims Kinky Sexts revealed. Oh, wow, a false Me Too allegation? Well, let's get into the story. A new court motion from conservative commentator and former Fox News host Ed Henry discredits allegations of rape from former Fox business associate and producer Jennifer Eckert, who was 22 years old when the alleged sexual abuse occurred. Eckert filed a lawsuit in 2020 alleging Henry handcuffed and raped her in 2017. However, new details have come to light in a motion from Ed Henry's attorneys showing that their relationship was consensual and Eckert asked for rough sexual encounters, calling herself weak and submissive in one message. She further indulged fantasies about being slapped around. Notably, these texts came days after Eckert claimed the alleged rape occurred. Henry's attorneys point to the highly provocative sexting as evidence that a sexual encounter on February 10th, 2017, which involved a belt and handcuffs. Man, this is kinky. I'm telling you. Listen, when you get married, you got to keep things alive. But the point about this is what we're finding with this story, and I want to be careful here because a lot of you are very conservative, right? And I would say that we are a conservative outlet. And I think that's fair to say. I mean, we are Republican, we are pro-Republican, we are right-wing, but really we're just freedom-based, right? I mean, that's more describing me. But as a network, we're genuinely just people that love the Constitution. We're about liberty. And so I know that people are going to say, well, this guy's married, you know? Should he be porking a 22-year-old baddie when he's a married man? The answer morally, of course, before God would be an objective no, right? I'm not going to get in line here of people trying to, justify their sins. It's clearly a sin, but there is a difference between a violation of God's law and a violation of domestic law, which means or civil law or even a penal law, in the fact that this is very penal in its provocative nature. Did he rape her? And here's what happens. Henry's attorneys point to the highly provocative sexting. The filing states that Eckert sent Ed a photograph of a belt telling him that she'd always obey and make myself available to you. Another message from time to time period reads, you need my 26-year-old kitty cat. Eckert also sent at least 15 sexually explicit photos to Henry, 5 of which were not even of herself, but other women, according to New Motion. So I have a friend who works here, and they told me that, I don't get into the gossip side of things. I think this is what we're more covering because this is a legal issue and it's been cleared. They were like, okay, like most men, everyone knows it's easy to fall into seduction, right? Into temptation, whether it's pornography, whether it's your sexuality, whether it's, infidelity, or even if it's just lusting in the mind. Men have a hard time controlling their lust. It's a constant battle, whether you're Christian or not. It is a difficult thing to control lust. However, you cannot say somebody raped you if you ask them to have sex with you. And that's where a lot of the blurred lines come into where a lot of guys get confused in these situations and then their entire careers get ruined over allegations and then they have to go to court and then it just unravels like a ball of yarn. Now I feel really bad for Ed if he didn't rape her. And I want to remind you, the Daily Mail says that as a 2020 lawsuit by former Fox business associate producer Jennifer Eckart accused Henry of beating and raping her in 2017 after a campaign of predatory grooming and manipulation. So I just wanted to end on this caveat when I read this story. We're really watering down words like Nazi, xenophobe, sexist, racist, and also this term grooming. We've watered it down like she's a 22-year-old girl. How does a 22-year-old woman get groomed by a 50-year-old man? They're both consensually can have sex with each other. And it's groomed a grown woman? I don't know. That's where I start to get suspicious on these stories, and it looks like things turned out all right. Now, that being said, listen, guys, quick to announce this. MyPillow is announcing their Christmas extravaganza, and it's finally here. You can get this season's flannel sheets. I have them on my bed. They're so comfortable, only $59.98. You won't even find deals like that in Target on cheaper sheets that are not made here or not made by a good company. They will last so long on your bed, but the deal won't. So you've got to get it while you can. They also have the My Slippers. They're so comfortable with high quality material, a double stitching. They haven't been on sale for over a year. They're usually over $119 and they're now only $59.98. You can also get the towel set, only $29.98. And of course, their other MyPillow products, I was surprised to find out they have robes, they have clothing. This is high quality stuff. It's comfortable, it feels good. Duvets, quilts, down comforters, so much more. Don't forget the Classic Collection MyPillows. That's what we've got in our house. They're only $14.88. Right now. So 1488, 1488. You can't get a better price than that. Get a gift right now. It's last minute for Christmas. You don't know what to get someone? Order them a MyPillow. Who's going to get mad at the most comfortable pillow in America for $14.88? You can get a queen size and a king size for just a few dollars more. Remember, limit 10 per customer because they're selling out fast. Plus, you can get free shipping on orders over $75. If you're looking for a last-minute Christmas gift, now's your time. MyPillow, MyPillow.com, promo code Elijah, or call 1-800-210-8491 if you're not tech savvy and you just want to bring out your phone. Tell them Elijah sent you, Elijah for more. Now, that being said, another story comes out. Capitol Police arrest pro-trans man in assault on Representative Nancy Mace. Representative Nancy Mace was assaulted by a pro-trans man on Capitol grounds Tuesday evening, according to posts to Mace's social media accounts. Now, Capitol Police informed reporters a man had been arrested for assaulting a government official. Mace posted that her arm was injured, requiring a brace and some ice. She's maced with the brace. I think the pro-trans person needed to be maced, Nancy maced. Mace drew the ear of transgender activists for waging a successful campaign last month to bar transgenders from using women's bathrooms in the Capitol complex in the wake of the election of Democrat transgender Tim Sarah McBride to the House. Now, she announced the policy on November. Mike Johnson did. But here's the thing. Mace, to her personal official X accounts about the assault, says, "I was physically accosted tonight on Capitol grounds over my fight to protect women. Capitol Police have arrested him. All the violence and threats keep proving my point. Women deserve to be safe. Your threats will not stop my fight for women." So I happen to agree. Look, I think Nancy Mace is a feminist. And a lot of you might agree with feminism, and she was, fighting to take down, gender-specific areas for so long. She wanted to be a woman in the academy, and she sort of like bit off more than she could chew. And that's why I want to remind you the dangers of progressivism. Listen, guys, I'm not here to stop women from being successful, but look, when we don't have a clear line of division between men and women, that men are here to protect women, they are here to look out for them. When we try to say that men and women can be best friends and, we should all work together and not see our differences, it leads to all types of fake accusations of workplace harassment, sexual harassment. It leads to unnecessary rivalries and gender rivalries. And we get all types of toxic ideology, which include feminism and even some of this sort of like weird chauvinism that you see in the red pill movement. Sometimes is a little bit weird, where it's like, I'm an alpha. And it's like, well, if you're an alpha, you don't need to be posting that. You just are, right? We get weird gender confusion. And to get the gender confusion out, that leads to what? To then sexual confusion and gender identity issues. So it's like, if we want to get rid of the trans issue, if we want to get rid of the sexual degeneracy issue, we need to redefine what it means to be a man and a woman. And I don't mean redefine it as something new, redefine it as what God prescribed, that I'm a man, she's a woman, and men and women are different. And we should glorify those differences because God, his creation should be wondered at. And I think it's beautiful, rather than sitting here and being like, well, we're going to fight against gender divides between men and women, but we're going to draw the line at trans people in a bathroom. Really? Either we go back to what God intended or expect more of this ridiculousness. Now, that being said, our last story today, I'm not being a wise guy. Biden starts screaming out of nowhere. Christina Lila reports that on Tuesday, Biden delivered remarks on his dumpster fire economy at the Brookings Institution. Biden rambled about Bidenomics, absurdly claiming that Trump will inherit his strong economy and hoping the incoming president doesn't drive it to the ground. We have the full video for you here. Check it out. This is Biden. I know it's like weird that he's still in office. It's almost not even interesting to me to watch this, but check this out. RNC Research originally published his bumbling and rambling. We're not going to have this for much longer, folks, so enjoy what you can.
I can't name a single country in the world that doesn't think. Put it this way, if we're not leading the world, who does? Not a joke. I'm not being wise guy. If we do not lead the world, what nation leads the world? Who pulls Europe together? Who tries to pull the Middle East together? How do we do the Indian Ocean? What do we do in Africa? We, the United States, lead the world. I can't name a single country in the world.
I can't name of a single country in the world that's rambling and rambling. The man looks like he's dying. Look, no upset to anyone here who's elderly. We do get old. But sometimes when we get old, we got to take a step back and realize maybe we shouldn't be putting ourselves on the floor and letting our dementia on display. This man needs to be in a home with a blanket on, with his family. Shoot, we all need to be home with our families with a blanket on. But this man needs a glass of hot chocolate, or a mug of hot chocolate, and a little kiss from his grandkids. Not too close of kisses, though, unless he sniffs their hair. But anyway, Crooked Old Joe is about to be gone January 20th. We're counting down the days. I'm Elijah Schaffer. Have a great rest of the week, as always. Don't forget to join our mug club at the Gateway Pundit. You get this mug, and you support us as we fight against the deep state. Have a great rest of the week, and may God bless the United States of America. I'm signing out.